Hey guys, happy Boxing Day. It's Everett and it's Thursday, and ignore these weird shadow things I have or reflections because my computer's cracked. But yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas who celebrated it. And I think Kwanzaa today, maybe. If you celebrate that, awesome. So for the holidays, it can be difficult going home or going to a place that you don't really identify with as home, and or seeing family, people you don't want to see, and that's pretty much for anybody on the holidays. You're going to see people who you haven't seen in a while, or people you don't really want to see, or people you only see on the holidays, and it's kind of awkward, and they make awkward comments about you. You know, whatever your situation is, whether it be because you're trans, or because you come from a broken home, because you live with your grandparents and not your parents, because you have aunts and uncles who are closer to you than your parents. Whatever the situation may be, it can be awkward and a difficult time during the holidays, and feeling like you are not welcome within a household or within an event, family function. You just want to disappear, and people don't get it, you know, and that you're not comfortable in that given situation. It can be extremely difficult, especially being trans and having people ignore your gender identity and people refusing to see you the way you are and who you are intrinsically. And I know it can be really difficult being pre-T or non-T to have people look at you, even if you've been out for years, and maybe they use the right names, but they'll never see you as male because they won't. Because they don't understand, because they've known you for X amount of years as this former identity. If we're talking FTM here, as female or former identity. You know, it's really fucking hard. And I'm the type of person who cuts people out of my life when it's either an unhealthy relationship or a not useful one for me, or it's just really difficult. I'm better at saying, yeah, fuck that, sorry for my language, and just running away from it. As I've been in relationships throughout the years, I've very easily just meshed into their traditions and stuff, so it's very easy for me to turn my back and run away from all the uncomfortableness. But just because you run away from it doesn't mean it goes away. It's just so hard for me to understand how people see me as anything but male, and I have to remember that they've known me a certain way my entire life. You know, because if anybody looks at me now, nobody's gonna say female. So it's just hard for me to understand that they might never ever see me as male, and I have to accept that. That doesn't mean that they don't love me or don't care about me. It might mean that they don't understand, or they haven't been around me enough to get that sort of practice in. For a lot of us, I don't have advice on how to handle your particular situation. It's case by case. I can't throw out some formulaic advice out there for this is what to do if you're trans for the holidays. But I can say that there is a community for you online, maybe in person, maybe local city. There's some form of support, whether it be a GSA, whether it be a trans support group, whether it be the YouTube community or Tumblr or Instagram. There are people out there just like you in the same exact situation. And when I was early on in my transition, I felt like I had no one. I had no one to look at, except for on the internet. And this is sort of my way of giving back to that community that helped me a lot. But, you know, it can be lonely, it can be very difficult, and it can be so fucking hard when people refuse to call you your name and use the wrong pronouns and buy you feminine gifts just to spite you. They spend money I'm trying to conform you to what they want and their ideals and their expectations. And I'm not saying everybody's like that. Some people maybe just genuinely don't understand, or were unaware, or don't know how to address it. So it's case by case. You can talk to people one-on-one and then they'll get it. Some people will never ever see you as a man, and that's really difficult. I'm rambling now, but I just want to let you guys know that Transtastic is here for you. You have a community here for you online. You know, I'm here for you, and I know a few of us, at least on this channel, will be here for you when times are hard, to just vent, to get advice, to talk to anything. So I want you to remember that there's a community out there, out here, right now, and you're not alone. I will see you guys next year. Bye.
And everything was addressed to Everett, and this is like my first year out as Everett, so that was really cool to have everything say the right name on it. It kind of just, I don't know, made me happy. I was like, oh, this is the best part. Like, I don't even care what's inside. Like, I don't care what gifts I got. It was nice being respected as Everett.